Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so whenever we release a video at the Jamaica Young Police channel, you'll be the first to receive the same. Remember to share the video with your friend, your mama, papa, girlfriend, boyfriend, and your side chick and side man. Yes, and post a comment below, even just to post and say, I am here to show your appreciation of the work that we are doing here at the Jamaica Young Police channel. And thanks for being a part of the movement. So, moving on. We're at the Jamaica Young Police and weird criminals with a passion. So here's one of them. This guy's name is Javon Pinnock. Yeah, aka Froggy. Have a distinct scar on the left side of his face and him eye go all the way down to him cheekbone. And you know, more or less is a Jamaican do that, you know, telephone cut. I don't know how them come by that thing for the, you know, to scar people face like that, and that it's just awful, but terrible people. So this man that you're looking at, his name is Javon Pinnock. Aka Froggy, yeah, Froggy them call him on the street, and he's wanted in New York, in Queens, New York, for the murder of Javon Jamison, a Jamaican youth them called Blingers. Yes, and Blingers was killed almost 2 years ago by this man and another man named Christopher King. Christopher King is in custody in New York, awaiting trial for the murder of Jamison. So we are appealing, we are begging, beseeching you Jamaican people in Jamaica and the diaspora, wherever you see this man, to inform the police, whether it's 119 or 911, and let them know that this man is wanted in New York for the murder of Javon Jamison, so that this man can be placed in custody or go straight to the departure home where he belongs. And that's justice. And we say that because we hate criminals with a passion, because there was no reason for this man to kill Blingers, because Blingers was not a threat to him at the time. It was murder, clear murder. Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon members. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yeah, so right now you're looking at your thumbnail where it says United we stand, divided we fall. The link is gonna be in the description box. So I'm begging all of you who are watching this video right now to subscribe to that channel. Every one of you who is watching this video. It's, you know, another part of the Jamaica Young Police channel, but in a different realm. You know, dealing with international things that affect each and every one of us, whether or not you want to believe it, black, white, yellow, green, purple, and red. So please subscribe to this channel and you will learn some things that is happening in the world right now, you know, currently, and, you know, futuristically. So please subscribe to the channel. So moving on to today's video. Yeah, so right now you're looking at, you know, two of Jamaica's, you know, if you want to call them famous or infamous people in the dancehall scene. You know, the one at the bottom, them call him Foota Hype. You know, Labamouth Foota Hype. And the one at the top, them called Squash. So, you know, right now Squash is in ICE custody. Yeah, so he's, you know, in post bail, but he's over in ICE custody because the charges that he's charged are with the automatic weapon. Serious charge that he might look upon some serious prison time. So he's not touching the road of America again unless he can give up Foota Hypes, drug links. Yeah, man. What you mean? What? Don't watch because some people say them in a music, I understand that. 90% of them, the music is just a front. They are drug dealers. Yes. We never say in dealer it's not, you know, but we're just to tell you how it is with the music industry, especially dancehall and reggae. Most of these people, they are not decent, ethical and law-abiding citizens. Most of them involved in the coke business. And you know the coke is something that destroy people, mental faculty, destroy families, communities, and lives. And these people, they don't care, you know, because once them make money, them see it and them laugh, you know, because they're making money at the expense of others suffering. Because, you know, when you destroy your life, you know, remember, you know, it's not that the life is alone, you're not destroying it, you're destroying the others who are affiliated with the person who have, you know, ingested your poison. So whether or not you like Andre Squash 6 Boss Whitaker, there is something you need to understand. The moment the feds, including ICE, that are Immigration and Custom Enforcement, get their hands on someone like the loudmouth Foota Hype, whose real name is, and most of you know him name and him. Well, you already know. It's clear that Squash 6 Boss won't be in ICE custody for long. Yeah, how you mean? Him know Nicky Black's inform. Yeah, understand what I'm saying? We tell you, you know. You understand? And by informing, nobody know, all the cinema go on and, you know, them don't want to go back to Jamaica and America, ever to them, you know. I tell you, I already said they will give away all them mama. You understand? Like all this big mouth Foota Hype, him will give away all them pitney if you not go back to Jamaica. Because I remember, you know, and like Foota Hype was like a detective, a police officer like me, who have enemies, police and criminals, you understand? Based on my history and on my background, you know, people hate me, all politicians hate me because I don't speak the truth. You understand? But like for him now, the people that want to hurt him is people in betray. Because I'm a criminal-minded person. And then him talk people things and him chat all kind of things and, you know, all the criminal them operate them feelings easy for hurt. So him ask in a vice. And he's the cross here. Oh, look here, we can't tell you this. We're biggest informer. We don't like Foota Hype, period. We'll never have and never will. Not like him. So we do anything for inform on him in a everywhere. For make sure we put, yeah man, for make sure we put the bullseye on him. Reason being, because this boy tell lie on way. Yeah man, that ugly boy there. And when nah stop, we make certain say everything we him do. You understand? We make sure we put the feds on him. Yes. So all of the people that we are dealing at drugs, all of them we Foota Hype call, them number, yes. We are make it known publicly. The truth is, both Squash and his associates, Nicky Blacks, are already speaking out and revealing critical information. They are calling out the names of those who are deeply entrenched in the drug trade across Florida and other parts of the United States. And the authorities are listening. When individuals like Squash and Nicky begin naming names, it signals that they are cooperating with law enforcement. And in exchange for their cooperation, they are likely to secure their release or a deduction in charges. I tell you, hey, Squash, I give up some big boy. So this is the grim reality of the situation. While some may have their opinions of Squash's character or past actions, the fact remains that he is a key figure in the web of criminal activities, and his potential cooperation with law enforcement is proven to be significant assets to authorities. People like Squash and Nicky Blacks may have once been seen as untouchable figures within criminal underworld, but now, under the pressure of serious charges and the imminent threat of deportation or extended prison sentences, they are turning informants, spilling the beans on criminal networks to save themselves. Well, like Foota Hype, I'm not going to get to it this time, you know. As for Foota Hype, his involvement in this situation is another layer of intrigue. The very fact that he is been in the feds' radar with his notorious blabbermouth, meaning his tendency to talk too much, should not be overlooked. If the feds are holding someone like him, then the sign that something serious is happening behind the scenes. The feds don't waste time or resources unless they are onto something significant, and the involvement of individuals like Squash 6 Boss and Foota Hype, who have intimate knowledge of criminal activities in America, put them at the center of major investigations that could lead to dismantling of large-scale drug operations. So those of you who are involved in a drug running and all of these things were involved and know Foota Hype and Squash 6 Boss. Yeah man, all I know the ass is grass. Especially all I know we are dealing with a white lady in South Florida and other parts of the country. And Foota Hype no, and him always come around when him fly. So no worry. This the cell phone is a two-way radio. So in a world where criminal organization thrive on secrecy and silence, cooperation with law enforcement is a game changer. For Squash, Nicky Blacks, and others like them, revealing the names of their associates and detailing the inner workings of the drug trade could very well shorten their time in ICE custody, if not secure their release entirely. The power of these confessions can't be underestimated. It's a tool the authorities will use to build bigger cases, further infiltrate criminal networks, and possibly even get people higher up in the drug trade. Yes. So while some may laugh and mock Dirty Foota Hype, thinking of him nothing more than an agitator or a loudmouth in the entertainment world, it's clear that his association with the feds and his role in potentially exposing key figures in the criminal underworld is no laughing matter. This is serious business. Every tick, tick, tick is a ticking clock, indicating that the feds are tightening their grip on these figures, and in the long run it's going to unravel much more than people might anticipate. So Foota Hype, I want to hey, what I tell you, they want to dangerous, they want to big in for hey, Foota Hype, that's why. Hey, may I tell you, don't underestimate the brother here. So ultimately, the criminal underworld is started to implode on itself as former allies turn on each other to save themselves. So those like Squad 6 Boss who thought they were untouchable are now in the position of being part of the larger, more dangerous game of exposing criminal operations in exchange for their freedom. Foota Hype, I work with them a long time, you understand? The way the pieces are falling, it's clear that the underworld will never be the same again, and the involvement of individuals like Squash, Nicky Blacks and Foota Hype will be remembered as pivotal moment in bringing down larger criminal syndicate. The case against dancehall selector O'Neal Ricardo Thomas, better known as Foota Hype, was dismissed when he appeared before immigration judge on December 19 in Miami, Florida. Who remember that case there? You think them just dismiss the case against Foota Hype? Then they put on an ankle bracelet on him, and guess what? Hey, Foota Hype, not because him allow him out, you know. The man, they a big informer too, you know. Foota Hype, a big informer. Yes, him named upon the list. What you mean? So at the time, the case was dropped largely because Foota Hype cooperated with authorities, offering up crucial information about some of his associates in the drug trade across the United States. This cooperation allowed him to avoid serious legal consequences, and he essentially received a slap on the wrist, escaping significant charges that could have resulted in deportation or a lengthy prison sentence. His decision to turn over information about his criminal associates seemed to have been a calculated move to protect himself, leveraging his knowledge to gain favor with the authorities. So anybody Foota Hype or himself wants so on them thing, all you have to do is discovery, and you will get some information about the feds during him time when him in a ICE custody, when him get deported, what he has done, why them release him and just give him a slap on the wrist. Nothing. However, this time around, Foota Hype will not be as fortunate, because Donald Trump don't like black people. The reality is that the authorities are not going to simply let him off the hook again. His prior cooperation may have been seen as a means to secure his release or lessen his punishment, but now he has become more deeply embedded in law enforcement investigations. He faces far more serious repercussions. This time, it's appeared that Foota Hype is in far more peculiar situation, one where his ability to cooperate will no longer shade him from the consequences of his actions. Foota Hype's involvement allegedly in the drug trade and his connection to criminal networks are no longer isolated incidents. He has now become a person of significant interest to law enforcement agencies in Florida and other parts of the United States of America. And the more information he shares, the deeper he becomes entrenched in the investigations. So the idea that he could simply walk away unscathed, as he did in the past, is increasingly unlikely. If he expects to escape without further legal trouble, he will be sorely mistaken. His prior leniency will not be a valid defense, and the authorities are likely to use whatever he gives them to push forward in dismantling the criminal networks he was once a part of. In the coming months, it's likely that Foota Hype will be singing like a canary, fully cooperating with law enforcement in a desperate attempt to minimize its legal consequences. However, this time, its cooperation will carry weightier consequences. It won't be the kind of get out of jail free pass he once received. The authorities will expect him to provide substantial information, and it's unlikely that they will be forgiven if they feel he's withholding anything. Every name he drops, every connections he exposes could lead to further arrest and investigations. But it also means that his role as an informant will further tie him to the criminal underworld, making it harder for him to escape the ramification of his past actions. While Foota Hype may once seen cooperating with authorities as a way to sidestep serious charges, this new phase of his involvement in the investigations will be far less forgiving. He may find himself forced to provide more detailed information than ever before, and in doing so, he risks becoming even more entwined with the justice system. His canary singing will no longer be a mere escape. It will be a part of a larger strategy to dismantle the very network he once profited from. But it will also make him a target from both law enforcement and potentially from those who view his cooperation as a betrayal. Foota Hype's days of evading full consequences for his actions are numbered. While his past cooperation with authorities may have earned him a temporary reprieve, the stakes are now higher, and he faces the possibility of more severe charges as the investigations into his criminal activities intensifies. This time, it's not just about getting away with a slap on the wrist. It's about surviving the fallout for exposing his connections and criminal world he once a part of. So, hey, Squash not playing, no man. Squash is singing, I tell you that. Hey, so a Foota Hype next in all things considered when it come on to Squash and the criminality and all of these things, because these guys are around for singing. So, have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.